Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching. Today, I am going to share something deeply personal, something we all inevitably experience at some point in our lives. painLife, as we know, is a journey full of highs and lows along the way. We encounter moments of joy, but also moments of deep sorrow. We lose loved ones, relationships fail, careers stumble, and sometimes we carry with us unspoken regrets that linger in our hearts. These pains, like heavy stones in our backpacks, affect our moods, our thoughts, and, at times, even our ability to move forward. But hey, raise the question I want us to reflect on today. How can we truly heal from the wounds of the past and embrace the limitless possibilities that lie ahead? How do we let go of the weight we've been carrying for so long and step boldly into the future? 1. Confront your pain. Accept the past. The first step towards healing is to face the pain head-on. We all have our scars. We all have stories of loss, regret, and sorrow, and yet, too often, we try to avoid them, to bury them deep within us, thinking that by ignoring the hurt, it will somehow disappear. But let me tell you something important. Pain does not disappear by avoiding it. It only grows louder, sharper, and more consuming. I once heard a story about a man who lost someone very dear to him. He tried to numb the pain by burying himself in work, relationships, and distractions. He never allowed himself to grieve, but years later, he realized that he hadn't healed. Instead, he had simply avoided confronting his sorrow. It had manifested in his life as a constant undercurrent of anxiety and depression. Healing begins with confronting the past, and I'm not talking about wallowing in sadness or clinging to the hurt. No. Acceptance is not about agreeing with what happened or justifying the pain. It's about recognizing that this pain is a part of you now, that it shaped you, and that it will forever be woven into the fabric of who you are. Only when we accept the presence of pain in our lives can we begin to release it. 2. Learn to forgive. Free yourself. The second step in our journey of healing is forgiveness, both of others and of ourselves. I know this can be one of the hardest things to do when someone betrays us. When we've been hurt, our first instinct is often anger and resentment. We want to hold on to that anger, thinking that by doing so, we're somehow punishing the person who hurt us, but in reality, we're only punishing ourselves. Forgiveness is not about letting the other person off the hook. It's about setting yourself free. The pain we carry from unforgiven wounds chains us to the past, and it prevents us from moving forward with joy and peace. I've seen this happen in many lives, including my own. I once held on to a grudge for years, unable to forgive a mistake made by someone I loved. I thought that if I didn't forgive, I was somehow keeping my power, but what I didn't realize was that, by not forgiving, I was only holding myself hostage to the past. It wasn't until I forgave, not for them, but for me, that I found peace. The same goes for self-forgiveness. We are often our own harshest critics. We make mistakes, we fall short, and we beat ourselves up over the things we didn't do right. But the truth is, if we don't forgive ourselves, we'll never fully step into the person we were meant to be. By forgiving ourselves, we give ourselves the gift of freedom, the freedom to grow, to learn, and to move forward with compassion and grace. 3. Find your strength. Start again. The third step on our path to healing is to find our strength. Every hardship we face, every struggle we endure, is an opportunity for growth. It's through adversity that we uncover a deeper layer of strength within ourselves that we may not even know existed. Sometimes, it takes a difficult moment to bring that strength to the surface. I'm sure you've been in situations where you felt broken, where you thought you couldn't go on, but when you look back, you realize that those moments were the very times that shaped your resilience. They forced you to tap into an inner power you never knew you had. Whether it's through reading a book that inspires you, taking time for self-reflection through meditation, or seeking support from a friend who lifts you up, you will find strength in places you didn't expect. Even the simplest of actions, like taking a walk in nature or practicing a new hobby, can help you reconnect with your inner power. The key is to focus on the present moment. When we are present, we stop dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We begin to create new habits that nourish our mind and body, and before we know it, we have moved through our pain and into a new chapter of life. 4. Set new goals. Embrace the future. When we start to heal, we gain clarity about the future. We realize that the future is a blank canvas, ready for us to paint with our hopes, dreams, and aspirations. and it is in setting new goals that we find direction and purpose. Setting goals is not just about achieving tangible things. It's about giving our lives meaning and direction. It's about creating a sense of momentum that propels us forward. You don't need to set grand, overwhelming goals right away. Start small. It could be as simple as learning a new skill, improving your fitness, or mending a relationship. Every small goal you set is a step toward a bigger, brighter future. One of the most inspiring stories I know is of a woman who, in her 50s, decided to completely change her career after years of working in a job she wasn't passionate about. She followed her heart and became a successful artist. She wasn't sure how the journey would unfold, but she knew that setting this new goal would bring her the fulfillment and peace she had longed for. You too can set goals that excite you, goals that scare you a little bit, and goals that will stretch you. And as you achieve each one, no matter how small, you will feel a renewed sense of purpose and confidence. 5. Be grateful for the past. Live fully in the present. Finally, we must learn to be grateful for the pasties, even the painful moments. It's hard to understand at first, but the truth is, the pain we've endured has shaped us in ways we may not fully appreciate. The hardship, the failures, and the heartbreaks they've taught us valuable lessons that we could never have learned otherwise. And so, we must thank the past not for the pain itself, but for the wisdom and strength it has given us. And then, we must live fully in the present. Far too often, we spend our time either regretting the past or worrying about the future, but the only time we truly have is now. The present moment is the only one that matters. It is here that we can experience joy, love, and peace. It is here that we can build the life we want to live. Take a moment today to simply appreciate the people around you, the opportunities in your life, and the breath in your lungs. These are the gifts of today. When we begin to live fully in the present, we unlock a deeper level of happiness and fulfillment that we've been searching for all along. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.